So I'm here with Michael Spaniolo.
That's not my name.
His name is... just do it. Alright, so I'm here with Mute the Messiah. This is a rapper here on Long Island. What is your real name?
My real name is Michael Spaniolo.
That's cool, man.
It is, man. It's very Italian.
Do you have a nickname?
Some of my friends call me Spags.
Ooh.
Mikey Spags.
Mike Spags. That's cool.
Because like short for Mute the Messiah.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people
call
like
you that?
yeah, like if at fraternity parties at my school, people pull up to the house, they're like, we know
you're in
Mute.
a fraternity?
I am in a fraternity.
What is
yes.
the fraternity?
Tall Cap Epsilon.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the album.
Okay.
The album in question is, of course, MOSAIC, which
Yes.
this is your art.
This is it.
This is the.
I mean, I didn't make this, but this is the album cover.
So,
yes.
So the first thing I want to ask you about is your second song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
It is When the Stars Align.
Yeah.
I've listened to the song. It's like
Okay.
I feel like you wrote it for yourself. Is it
A little
like
bit,
it's
yeah.
about you? So
Yeah.
like, can you tell me a little bit more? Like, what was your motivation behind that song?
I guess you could say like it is about me. I wouldn't necessarily say I wrote it just for myself. I think it was a song I needed to write because I think that writing it did like motivate myself. But I think when I was writing it, I had in mind of like, because I like to listen to artists like Joel Ortiz or like Busta Rhymes or people like that, where they kind of have like these very motivational lyrics, almost like painting themselves as like superheroes almost.
Okay.
Like a crazy way. But you listen to it and you're like, you almost feel like this overwhelming feeling of that.
Yeah, it's true. Like, it's
Like,
it's very like feel good song.
Yeah.
Like I like listening to it. I've heard it at least a few times. Even I've heard you live perform it, and it's really really great. Another song that I've heard you live perform actually is fucking 9 to 5.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so like true. Like, nobody wants to work 9 to 5.
I mean, yeah, when I was writing it, I just had like a really shitty job the summer before.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a 9 to 5 job. It was like an internship. But I mean, it was like we'd go into the office and there'd be like in Kendall's verse saying like there's all these like suits, there's all these people that are like very serious, and I was like, I don't like the tone of this. I feel like there's like a magic missing to what like this office is. And I don't know, I just didn't like that. I kind of wanted to speak out against that. I was hoping like kind of adults would hear it and I guess remember like the kid they were before kind of conforming to that. And a lot of it too was I went to Maine spring break. I was with a bunch of friends. We smoked so much fucking weed. Can I tell you? Yo, like, oh my god.
It's legal there, right?
Yes, that's the thing. It was legal, so we were like, let's get as much of it as we can. I don't think there was a time I did not have like a joint just like in my hand. Ooh. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Ooh. Yeah, so like, and it was just like it was really what I needed, you know, in the middle of that year, like in the middle of that semester, where I was like, I'm done with this shit. I just want, you know, like I say in the song, smoke with my friends all day. I just want to hang out and chill. Yeah. And that's kind of, I wanted to make a song like that was kind of chill.
All right.
You know?
And it's kind of like a reggae vibe to it.
Yes, yeah.
Who does that, I think it's a hook? Who does it? Like, no, you do.
Well, I'll do the hook.
Who does, it's the, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called.
The verse.
The verse.
Yeah, the verse. And the outro.
Who did it?
That was Kendall Joseph.
Okay.
So he's in a reggae band at Plattsburgh called Island Tonic. And actually, I was playing at community night. I did 2 songs with Divide by Zero that night. We were doing 2 like punk rock covers of rap songs.
Oh, okay.
And I remember seeing them and I was like, these guys have such a great sound. And I've always loved reggae music. Like Ziggy Marley and all the Marleys really. But I've always loved like reggae music so much. Dirty Heads 2, Sublime, like all that shit. Okay. And I was like, when I was coming up with the song, I was like, I need this motherfucker on it. Like, I need that voice on it. And I just hit him up. I kind of, like, gave him the concept. I gave him, like, the flow of what the lyrics would be. And he was like, yeah, like, I fuck with that.
Right, yeah.
You know, he actually... it's funny because he was actually like, he's like, I don't smoke weed. Can I still be on this song? And I was like, yeah, dude, fuck you, be on this song. Like, whatever. I was like, I wrote it. He's kind of just playing the part of, like, singing it. Like, bringing another kind of energy to it. Like on that bridge when it's both of us.
No, yeah,
so, yeah, like, it was really good working with him. He was incredibly talented.
There was another song that I also really, really liked.
Yes.
And you told me that I was going to like it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was Fly Away. Fly Away Interlude. Why is it called Fly Away Interlude?
So the reason I wanted to call it an interlude was because it kind of, the way I set it up with like how it ends, it kind of brings a change to the album where now it's more of like it's no secret, like I've talked about darkness in music before. This song kind of brings it from like the hype shit and like the like you said, how When the Stars Align is a feel good song, it kind of brings it from like that part of the album to like now it's showing another side, like how MOSAIC shows many sides.
Right.
It's kind of like that. Now that's why I'm saying like, come see the other side if you dare. It's like, come see the other side of this painting, see the many sides of it. And so it kind of, I guess, it was a good like transition into that. So that's why I called it interlude.
And you had a couple of solos.
I did, yes.
3 solos actually. It was John Bassetti, Josh Finkel, and Matt Green.
Matt Green, yeah. Played the keyboard.
What was your favorite solo? Because I heard all 3 of them, and I have my favorite. So like, I want to know which one was your favorite.
Man, you know, I've heard all these guys play before. Me and Finkel obviously worked in the Bye Bye Zero together. So that's why I kind of hit them up. John I've always known. Matt I went to high school with.
Oh, okay.
And he's always been like an incredibly talented piano player. I'd say John's was probably my favorite just because I think like the way he ended it was great. And it was weird actually because when I talked to him about it and I was like, this is what I have in mind for the song, and I showed him like the beat, he was actually like, can you send me the lyrics? And I was like, why? You're just starting a solo. I already gave you like what key it's in and all that. And he's like, nah, but like I want to hear the lyrics when I write a solo so it can go with it. And I was like, I've never heard anyone do that, but whatever works for you. And it worked for him.
Yeah, because it really tied the whole song together. Which solo was he? He was last. He was last.
It was Matt on the keyboard,
right?
Finkel, and then John.
Right.
And Matt and Finkel actually didn't even hear the verse before.
Yeah.
John was the only one that heard it because he was the last solo recording. He wanted to, but yeah.
But it was fun to listen to. Like I've heard some of his original songs too, and he could do really good things with the guitar. Like
that's the thing. I've seen him live, and I was like, I know you can solo.
Yeah,
he's like, sings, you bet I can solo.
He has like such a classic vibe to him.
Yeah.
Like you listen to him sing, and it kind of reminds me of like Ozzy Osbourne or.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
He gives, and when you watch him play too, he just has that like presence to him, that stage presence, you know.
Yeah. And just the way he dresses too. He dresses like
the kid is a fucking rock star. All right, he's a fucking rock star.
Like he wears a bandana, shirt like unbuttoned down to like 3 buttons, and he's like the coolest dude you've ever met.
He's a rock star, man.
Yeah.
And I initially was gonna have, so we were actually gonna like do a different instrumental altogether.
Right. Yeah.
And a different guitar solo from I have like kind of a side project band called Collectathon.
Really?
Yeah, and we incorporate rock music in our shit. We incorporate a lot of different shit.
Okay.
They were gonna feature on. That's why I mentioned them on it, but due to some things that happened, like some complications, the timing really wasn't right. So I ended up putting John on there instead. We're still gonna make music, Collectathon. It's just the timing of when I was working on this album and where all the members were at. It didn't really work out. So but
so there was another solo that I really liked in another song.
Yes.
I think you know who I'm about to talk about.
Is it my boy Jared?
It's your boy Jared.
It's my boy Jared. Shout out Jared! Can you
tell me a little bit about Four Corners? Because most of the song is you kind of like talking to kind of like a higher being. Is the higher being Jared?
No, actually, so...
I'm not saying God. I'm saying higher
when we
being.
record it, I mean, it could be in higher being, it could be a God, it could be your own conscious. I wanted to leave that open to interpretation.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Of whatever like people find peace with assuming it is.
Yeah.
That's actually when we recorded, that was me talking. We just like pitched it down. Jared's on the when the actual like song beat comes in.
Right, yeah.
That's Jared.
And it's like 2 minutes, right? Before the actual song beat comes in. It's just a lot of
I want it to be kind of like a almost like a slam poem.
Yeah,
you know,
it had that feel to it.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to it. I was actually at the gym at the time when I was listening to it. And
you were like,
it was
yo,
like
what?
I kind of had to like stop for a second and like really listen because it was interesting where if someone interprets it as their conscious, like it's going back and forth with themselves. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be like,
or going back and forth
yeah.
with someone like a higher being or a mentor or someone who's trying to lead you down the right path.
That's the thing is, like, I felt like when I was writing it, I was like, you know, I feel like people find peace in all different kinds of voices that they kind of not necessarily hear, but like I guess find in themselves. And I wanted to be open to other people's interpretations. They can find their own peace with, I guess, what that voice is saying, because I think he kind of brings peace to me in that sense.
Right,
So, but that's why, like, when I was like, what's your name? He was like, don't answer my question with a question. Don't fucking ask me that. Because I wanted to be open to that. So, yeah.
Like, the point where, like, it was like four corners, it kind of made me feel like you were trapped.
That's
like,
how I felt. Yeah.
Like, what was your motivation behind the song? Because, like, I remember thinking, like, is it a depressing song? Is it a song of trying to escape? Like, what was your motivation when you were making the song?
I think it was a song of feeling like I wanted to escape, but I couldn't. Like, I really felt like I have a lot of... I'm very social, but low-key, like, there's times where I have a lot of social anxiety. Particularly, I think it was, like, the year before this came out. Or, yeah, like, my junior year, around, like, mid-semester, I had, like, a lot of anxiety where, like, I didn't want to leave my room. I felt like nobody... Like I was saying in there, nobody was, like, understanding me, and I was like, I don't want to be out in public. So I guess the four corners is kind of like, could either be literal four corners of a room,
right,
or like a metaphorical, like, four corners of your mind, like you're just living in your own head with these thoughts.
I can relate.
And it wasn't good for me. Like, they were very negative thoughts, and kind of I started a lot of meditation. I guess that's kind of how the other voice came in, or however you want to interpret it. But,
all right,
you know, I wanted to write something where I was like, damn, I kind of want to write it about, like, where I was and the peace almost that the meditation brought me.
Right.
But again, I want to be open to interpretation where it's like everyone finds peace in their own ways. But that's why at the end, after Jared fucking murders that bridge,
he's got
he hits that high note. That's the thing, and he has such good energy. I was like, okay, so for coming out of, like, whatever this dark cloud is on this song, I need someone that not only, like, vocally, but just, like, in their everyday life will bring that positive energy.
And he does. Like, I know Jared, and he's always, like, has a positive, like, outlook. And I feel like he's always got a smile on his face. Like,
I love that kid. I really do. He's dope.
Seen him without a smile on his face. Like, he is, like, the most awesome person you'll ever meet.
That's the thing too, is like when I work with features, I try to think, like, I don't even think just like talent, like, oh, this person's vocal range works, but I think personality too. Like, I think, like, oh, well, I know this kind of vibe is something Jared could get behind,
right? Yeah.
And can kind of embody. So when I wrote him that hook, and he made the flow a little bit different. When I wrote him that, like, he was like, yeah, man, I want to do it this way, and, like, you know, but that's why after his part, I say, like, breathe in and out when you need to, because that's how I felt, where I was like, I need to stop. I need to, you know, practice breathing and relax myself, bring myself back to earth, bring myself away from, like, negative thoughts, because I feel like that's kind of what was polluting my head at the time, you know. That's why I wanted to isolate or escape, you know.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this one last song. This is, like, probably one of my favorite songs.
We'll talk about more songs, man.
We'll talk about a couple. All right, we'll talk about
a couple songs, man. You know.
We Come in Peace.
We Come in Peace, yeah.
It confused me a little bit. Like,
how so?
Like, what were you talking about? Like, what? Like,
a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of shit. Like, I feel like, are you talking about the state of the world? Are you talking about, like, the state of this country, which is America, for our international audience? If we have any.
Which international audience, man? If you from another country, I fuck with you. Thanks for fucking with my shit. Thank you.
Yo, a lot of fans got their starts in Tokyo. They were huge in
Tokyo. Shout out Tokyo. Love you, Tokyo.
All right, but, like,
yes,
We Come in Peace. Like, what? Tell me about it. Like, what was your motivation of writing that one?
I've always wanted, like, so there's times, obviously, where, like we were saying with Four Corners, where, like, I think my music expresses, like, the dark places my head might be in, or that I might physically be in. But overall, I mean, I really want my music to, I guess, bring some light to the world,
right,
or bring light to dark situations in a way. So, you know, I've written about politics before. We Come in Peace, I think, is probably the best one that like I've written, because I feel like I've matured to a point where like I can speak about it in a certain way. And I think a lot of it, like some of it may, I guess, apply to like international situations. I think a lot of the lyrics apply to America, talking about, I said something about Trump with like the whole border situation.
Yeah, you did.
I was talking about, what else? The whole Colin Kaepernick situation, what's going on with the NFL, like the kind of the racism there, and the divide,
the whole kneeling thing.
Yeah, and there's a whole divide now between also like the black and minority audience and also the NFL. Because I mean, look at like Travis Scott is like, yeah, I'm for the Super Bowl. A lot of people in his community, in the black community, are kind of like against him for that, because they're like, well, look how they treated Colin Kaepernick, you know? And again, like I said in the song, that's someone where all he's doing is standing up, not standing up, kneeling, but metaphorically standing up, expressing something that he has the right to do as an American, and they want to fire him. And now think about his family, man. They fucking taking all this shit away from him. How's he gonna support them now?
Honestly, I can't really comment on the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, because
I feel like you got a different view on that.
No, I don't. It's not that.
Which I respect that too.
It's not that I don't have a different view. It's just like I feel like it was blown out of proportion. You know, like I feel like it was too much. Like, calm down. It's fine. Yeah. It's not that bad. I
thought it was blown out of proportion initially until he was fired. That's when I was like, nah, situation fucked up. That's my opinion though. That's the thing. A lot of my music, I guess, is kind of opinionated, and I'm open to other people's opinions. But I feel like, you know, if it's my shit, I can say what I want.
And like the whole Nike commercial thing, like that just kind of like, come on, like just.
That whole shit was stupid. When everyone on Facebook was like talking about Nike, I was like, stop.
It was too much. All right, let's see. Let's talk about another one here. Ooh, Does It Hurt? I don't remember that one.
Deep ass song, man.
Yeah, it was deep.
Deep ass song. Yeah, I feel like that's the type of song you can't forget.
Yeah. It was. Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I remember being in the gym actually all right. I'm gonna be honest. I listened to your entire album in the gym. Like I was just
okay.
I was like, you know what?
I feel like the first few tracks are good. Like gym tracks.
They were.
You know,
they were perfect.
Exhilarating. You're all hyped up, get exhilarated. Like, oh.
I was benching at the time.
You're like ah.
And fucking 9 to 5 came on. I was like, yeah.
It's so chill but so hype at the same time.
Yeah. And then like your phone got all done.
That's okay.
It was so fucking deep. Like, tell me, like, what was your motivation on that one? Tell me a little bit, like, where your mind was. Because you keep telling me that your mind, like, goes to these different places, and then you draw inspiration from
my mind
those
is like
places.
this. You see how there's all these different shapes and colors here? My mind is like this. So, I mean, my friend, who was, like, a YouTube producer, Joseph Paul, he sent me the beat, and he was like, I know you can write. He's like, I know of all people, you can write some important shit to go with this, basically.
Right.
And it's cool, because, like, I'm a big fan of Johnny Cash. I do like country music. Yeah. Actually, I do a lot. And
it does have a Johnny Cash kind of vibe to it.
Well, that's him singing. That's
that's right.
Yeah, so that's like his cover.
I'm starting to remember the song. Yeah. I'm starting to remember it a little bit more.
It's like a cover of a cover. Remix of a cover of a cover. I don't fucking know. But like I really liked how like he even took the guitar on the beat and like remixed it to add drums to it. I was like, this is so good. So what I wanted to do with this song, I thought like I wanted people to listen to it and I guess like relate to it, but also in the end kind of bring it to a happy place. And what I wanted it to be was like encourage people to like that guy was saying in the last part of it, encourage us to like help each other. Because I feel like a big issue now is that we have a lot of people speaking out about depression, speaking out about shit that's fucking with their mental, and like, but like we're not helping each other. Yeah. You know, we're not listening to each other. That's the thing, and that's why I talk about the media too, because I feel like sometimes the media will, I guess, portray mental illnesses in like kind of a false way, or like we'll try to portray it as something it's not, when really it's like, no, like there's a science behind this, and like we need to help these people.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And it kind of also hurts mental health. Like social media is not good for anyone's mental health. I remember times in school where I'm just like, I'm looking through social media and it's just like, it's just not the best stuff that you see. Like
that's why I think is a huge part of like the increase in depression, or at least people being open about depression.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it.
It's a huge part of helping, but hurting people.
Yeah.
And like before the internet, really, there wasn't really any awareness. Like if you were depressed, you were maybe put into a facility, or you were like things were very different.
Yeah.
Mental health has definitely increased, but has also kind of went down in some ways. And I feel like this song actually does kind of incorporate all of it.
And I wanted to speak about too how like I feel like a lot of people have a depiction of like this is what depression looks like. I wanted to speak about like no, you know, it could be like I was saying, that woman just walking down the street. It could be that guy that you just see. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. So I feel like as unfortunately I think we, like you said, we're getting better at being open to people mental illness and like listening and hearing people out, but I think like we got a ways to go.
Yeah, because you can't see mental illness.
You can't. That's a fact.
It's inside. It's not outside, unless they have like a physical tick or something. But other than that, you can't see what's wrong with the person by looking at it.
And that's really like
like Robin Williams, most generous, funny guy that you've ever met.
A lot of comedians have depression.
Just had depression to the point where he had to end his own life. Yeah. Where he felt that was the only way out.
And that's the thing that this song is getting across, is that not only am I trying to educate people on like things about depression, like how you can't see it, how sometimes it's what's the word I'm looking for? Misinterpreted on social media. I also want to get a point across in the third verse. This is why I had that like spoken word that dude recorded, is that if we get out of it in a healthy, safe manner, it's like, okay, that's great. Now what we gotta do is help other people. And if we can like get our society rolling towards that, I think that we'll have like a lot of happier people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that we'll be just more successful overall, more productive as a society. That's really the point I was trying to get across, you know? Like, some of my music really kind of speaks to a movement in a way.
It does.
It
really does.
You know,
like it's a. I love your music. it has such
my guy.
It has such a good message.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like a lot of music you hear today, are just like you think of trying to think of a song. Okay, Kanye's recent song with Lil Pump.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
No message. There's no depth in that at all. Or even Lil Pump's Gucci Gang. There's no depth.
Gucci Gang.
There's no story. For your music, there's a
there's a story, yeah. But I have fun with it too, you know? Like on songs like Funk What I Got, or Exhilarating, or like Fucking Out of 5, like we were talking about. Yeah. Like, you know, I have fun with it too.
I feel like
I like to do that.
When the Stars Align is also very exhilarating. Like I get hyped.
It's I want it to be
good.
motivational.
It's like a chilling song. Like it's kind of a song that makes you like feel powerful and you get chills down your spine. Yeah. Like I got that when I was listening.
That's how I wanted to open it, man. You know, and cut that shit.
He's a rapper.
Cut that shit. I'm a rapper, not a singer. My voice cracks. My voice cracks. We keep it on the track. It's like, nah, man, that could be something. I don't know. Like Future with the what was that song? Where he's like, da di da di da, slob on me now. Scratchy ass vocals. I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about When the Stars Align.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the album overall, man. I want us to be, you know. I mean, there's dark tracks like the Menagerie and Does It Hurt. Although Does It Hurt has, I guess, a positive message. It is depressing in the sound and aesthetic of it. But overall, this album, I was like, I want this shit to make people feel good. Like you said, When the Stars Align. I want this shit to make people feel like they're on top of the fucking world. I want it to make them feel like they're happy being who they are, whoever they are that day. Like, whatever. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of people are like this shit. A lot of people are like MOSAICs. We're like, there's all different parts inside to us. I want this album to make people feel like it's okay to be like that, because everybody's like that.
Right, yeah.
You know? That's how I want to feel like.
I like it.
Yeah.
So now that MOSAIC is done, it's out.
Yes.
It's out for the world.
Yeah.
What's next? What do you want to do next?
Oof. Make some fire.
Do you have an idea? Like, do you have a...
I'm probably not going to make, like, a solo album for a while. Because I want to definitely... I've done a lot with this one and with my previous work. And I want to kind of...
I feel like you've been working on this one for how long? I feel like since my freshman year.
I mean,
it's like
yeah, no,
like,
since you're before that,
so
actually,
2 years
before that, the intro, the instrumental, the Introvit Quad Victoria, which is it's Latin for step into the image.
Okay.
The image.
The image.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like a lot of years.
I made the instrumental as a sophomore. So you weren't even out of school
No,
yet.
I wasn't even in school.
He was a baby.
Yeah.
He was a little child.
Still a baby apparently.
It was baby face motherfucker.
I shave, alright?
Yeah, what, bro? Now you got the baby face going. You got one of these, man.
But like, so you don't want to do another solo album. So what does that mean? Like,
No,
do you wanna, like,
I
collab
do
a lot, or like what is it? What does that mean?
Well, so I am working on music right now, actually. So this producer, DJ Midnight, shout out to him. He's fucking dope. I've done work with him in the past. We've done songs, but it was back in the day. I feel like now we're at a point where our sounds are different, but we want to kind of experiment and make them clash. So I'm working on like an EP with him where he produced all of it and shit. There'll only be like 4 songs. And before I recorded this, or while I was recording this, I also did some songs with Collectathon, which is a trio that I made, like a little collective almost.
Right. Who is in that trio?
That's Magic Powers, who I've worked with previously. He's a guitar player, bassist, drummer.
Right.
And then also we got our keyboard producer guy, Bones, on the beats, making sick ass beats for this shit. Yeah, we've been working on a project.
It's a dog.
There's a dog.
There's a dog.
There's a dog. There's a fucking dog.
Maybe we can wait till that dog is done barking. Alright.
Nah. Keep it in there.
Alright, so, and then there's you.
Yeah, and then so basically I did a lot of the rapping and shit.
Right.
And we just, it was cool because we're all so different, but we combine all these styles to, I guess, make like, I really don't know how to describe it. It's just some new shit that you never heard before. So that will come out pretty soon, yeah. But
pretty
beside
soon,
that,
like 2 years from now, pretty soon, or like
I don't know. I think next year.
You released MOSAIC like
I think
3 days early,
2019.
so you got. I remember this when this came out. You released MOSAIC. Like I remember, there was a new picture on Instagram or Facebook. 5, 4, and then 3 came along and it was out. And
I got so hyped because I was like, this is literally my best shit ever. I was like, I want to drop it.
Because I remember even thinking like, why doesn't this guy just drop it? Like, just drop the damn.
Because at first I was like, oh, we need to build a hype, and I'm like, nah, but I'm hyped enough. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out.
All right, so MOSAIC is out now. How many
YouTube,
songs? 14?
SoundCloud. 14. He's on a skit.
I'm on a skit.
He's on a skit.
You might be able to hear me by my voice because it's very detectable.
Yeah, he'll yell.
Yeah. What did I yell? I don't remember.
We were just like
marathon.
No. We were like, Chris, where are you? Come through. And then him, Jared, who's on the song. Him and Jared and me, we were all like, just in the phone yelling at him. Yeah.
But out now. Watch it. Mute the Messiah. This guy's the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike Foran, the charismatic one himself. Thank you.
Hell yeah.